Children, our next lesson is understanding government. Imagine a life without any order, rules, or laws. Children, just imagine what would happen in your school if there were no rules, no fixed time to attend school, no minimum attendance. Does it sound like fun? Think about it for a little while. Imagine if the garbage in our area is not cleared for days. Electricity and water supply to your area gets cut off, and there is no one to whom you can complain to get it repaired. That is no longer fun. It is it? There would be total confusion if each person decided to do what he or she wanted without bothering about the rest of society. To live in a community peacefully and fruitfully, human beings need some rules and laws. They need to be governed. Next one is the meaning of government. The word government comes from the Latin word gubernare, which means to guide or to rule. Next one is, what is government? A government has the power to settle disputes, to administer the land, to make and enforce laws, and to use force, etc. What is government? Government is a body that makes rules and executed them per society to function peacefully. A modern day government has certain basic functions to fulfill. They are as follows. First one is administration. The government provides basic infrastructures like roads, railways, postal and telegraph services, etc. It maintains relations with other nations. Next one is security. To protect the state from the attacks from other countries. For this purpose, governments maintain an armed force consisting of an army, an air force, and a navy. Governments also have to maintain law and order within the country. Next one is social security. To take care of the people by providing health facilities, care facilities and old age pensions, etc. In times of natural disasters, the government rescues and takes care of the affected. Next one is environmental security. To protect the natural environment of the state, the government tries to keep pollution and development of resources under control. Next one is economics. The government controls the finances of the state. The government controls the finances of the state, issues currencies, and decides the economic policies of the state. Next one is various forms of government. The earliest forms of government was probably that of tribal chieftains over the tribes. They were followed by monarchies and then democracies. Let us look at some of the forms of government present in the world today. First one is monarchy. In a monarchy, the king or queen. The king or queen is the head of the government. All power rests with the monarch. Example, UK. Bhutan. Next one is the dictatorship. Next one is dictatorship. A dictatorship is a form of government. A dictatorship is a form of government where a person or small group of people rule the country without the collective approval of the people. People have no freedom of expression under this system of governance. Example, North Korea, Sudan, etc. Next one is democracy. Next one is democracy. The democracy is a form of government that is of the people, by the people, for the people. The government, which consists of the elected representatives of the people, has the collective approval of the people to rule the country. The government is answerable to the people who have elected them to power. Example, India and USA. Next one is features of democracy. Features of democracy. First one is collective decision making and participation. In a country like India, which has such a diverse population, a government's role is of special importance. Any decision the government takes has to involve all the groups in the society. Only that can there be justice. Decisions have to be made collectively by a sections of society. Next one is universal adult franchise. When all the adult citizens of a country have the right to vote, it is known as universal adult franchise. In India, every person over the age of 18 has the right to vote. Next, in the case study, they gave two movements. First one is suffragette movement. Suffragette movement. The suffragette movement was the name given to the struggle taken up by the women demanding the right to vote. It gets its name from the word suffrage, which means to vote. In the 19th century, a few British women began to speak up. For the rights of women to vote and hold political positions. They were inspired by the writings of John Stuart Mill. New Zealand became the first country to grant equal voting rights to women in 1893, USA in 1920. Our India grant equal voting rights to women in 1950. Next one is apartheid. Apartheid is an Afrikaans word literally meaning apartness. The non-white population in many parts of the globe had been treated unfairly for long. In South Africa, the policy of officially discriminating against them came to be known as apartheid. Non-white people of South Africa were not allowed to mix with the white population. There were separate living areas, restaurants, railway compartments, schools and colleges for the whites, where the non-whites were not allowed admission. This denied them basic human and political rights, and they were forced to lead lives of great humiliation in their own land. Many people began to protest against this. Nelson Mandela was one of the more important among them. He was an active leader of the African National Congress, an organization formed to fight racial discrimination. Pressure from countries around the world forced the whites to release Mandela in 1920. He was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. The blacks of the South Africa voted freely for the first time in the elections of 1994. The elections was won by Nelson Mandela. He formed the first mixed race government of South Africa, where the blacks and the whites had equal rights under the law. Next one is India as a democracy. Today, India is the largest representative democracy in the world. This means that Indians do not directly participate in the government of the country, but they have the power to elect or choose their representatives who govern on their behalf. Such a type of democracy is known as representative democracy. Okay, thank you children. I will continue in the next session.